What's up, baby girls? I am so excited for today's video because today I'll be introducing my vampire OC, Shiloh.
Oh, he's so sweet! Yes, you have so much drama. Oh, yes, you do!
Oh, and for those of you watching that never had a DeviantArt, OC stands for Original Character. Wow. Yeah, if you haven't noticed it already, then you're gonna find out very, very quickly that I love vampires. Actually, anything to do with classic monsters, really. Mummies, Frankenstein, werewolves. I love old classic horror art, especially the posters, of course. I mean, when I first started uploading videos like speed paints and stuff, you know, before all this fame and grandeur, my channel header was this. Welcome to my channel. I draw things. I like vampires, okay?
You know, you're never gonna be free if you keep fearing cringe.
After taking forever on color wizardry, I really just need a chill, easygoing video. So I thought, hey, I love to yap about my characters like every other artist, and I don't need to do research for it, so let's do that. But before we get into it, let me change real quick. What, you thought this was gonna be my outfit? No, this is a vampire video. You gotta look sexy. Okay, so Shiloh is the youngest of 4 vampire siblings, all of which you'll get to know later. And he's the most human out of all of them, I'd say. He's really sweet, a bit shy, likes to cook, loves music. Okay, the vibe is wholesome bisexual indie boy that dresses like a goth grandpa. But although he looks really sweet, he's kind of got this crazy bat demon inside him that takes over every now and then, so he sort of has a split personality. I'll explain. So almost all of my OCs are monsters, and in my monster universe, almost every vampire has special abilities. So some do and some don't. At least that's how it is for now until I change my mind. Anyways, Shiloh's ability is that he can turn into a huge bat monster. I know, original, right? And this ability is actually a really huge burden on him, since this monster has a mind of its own. Like I mentioned, this bat demon unwillingly comes out of him, especially in times of stress or anger. But when Shiloh's ability first started to show up, there was no telling what would trigger it. He would be doing something really chill, and then BAM! Out of nowhere, his bat demon would take hold of him, and there was no telling for how long. Since he didn't have any control over it yet, Shiloh would sometimes stay days stuck as a monster. The longest he's been trapped in this state is a week, and it was the worst week of his life. His siblings had no choice but to keep him locked up in the basement so he wouldn't go on another killing spree. Since, well, that's happened before. I mean, he's a huge vampire bat. He like the blood. After this, Shiloh started spending most of his days indoors, trying to get a better grasp of his demon because he didn't want to keep on hurting innocent people. And after some time doing meditation and breathing exercises, you know, aligning his chakras. No, I don't know. I'm not sure what he did. He just did stuff to try and not go batshit. So yeah, after some time, he felt like he had a good handle over it. He was feeling pretty stable, so stable that he decided to start a romantic relationship. But oh, how naive he was to think that I wouldn't put him through further torture. He started this new relationship feeling scared at first, but once the first 3 months went by without having turned into a huge, bloodthirsty vampire bat, he started gaining confidence. But it wasn't meant to last. When he and his girlfriend are having an intimate moment, Shiloh's demon comes out and he ends up hurting her. This results in him running away and never seeing her again. Or maybe he does see her again. I don't know. Stay tuned. I'm not revealing what his ex looks like because I don't have a solid image of her yet, but once I do, I'll for sure show you guys. So after this harrowing experience, Staying Indoor Part 2 begins, this time with the help of the eldest vampire sibling, Vic. Shiloh did everything on his own the first time around because he didn't want to burden his family any further, but after what had just happened, he realizes that he needs all the help he can get. The reason why Shiloh asks Vic to help him is because Vic can manipulate blood, his own blood, and other people's or other monsters? Monster people? I don't know. And that's all I'm revealing about him because I don't want to give away too much. Alright, so whenever Shiloh is about to go beast mode, Vic stops it by controlling his blood. As you can imagine, this is a really grueling process for the both of them. Vic has to constantly be around his little brother to keep him in check, and Shiloh is his older brother's puppet now. But something interesting happens through this process. Because his demon's physical form is being detained, it ends up manifesting in a different way, a split personality, giving birth to Dark Shiloh. Listen, split personalities are just so much fun. I had to do it, okay? And yes, it's exactly what you're imagining. Dark Shiloh is just an edgier version of my sweet boy. Unfortunately, when he gets all he doesn't remember. He has no recollection of becoming a vampire edgelord, and there's really nothing he can do about this. Yep, just when he's starting to get a hold of his monster, this happens, which has Vic going, "Aye, this kid!" Dark Shiloh isn't super dangerous, he's just edgy. He talks back, he's a bit rude, you know how it goes, but he doesn't really get violent unless it's necessary. When he makes the switch, he doesn't immediately start killing innocent people or anything. The only person who he really has beef with is Vic, because he's keeping his physical form suppressed. Anyways, after a year and a half of Shiloh successfully staying calm and keeping his monster at bay, Vic encourages him to step out into the world once again. Of course he's scared of this because although he hasn't gone beast mode, he still switches to dark mode. But his older brother tells him not to worry, reminding him that he doesn't get violent, he just turns into a bit of a jerk, and that it might actually be good for him since Shiloh is such an empathetic person, which is always a great quality to have, but it can also make you a bit of a pushover, speaking from experience. So being assertive wouldn't kill him, and he can't keep living in fear, right? Plus, Vic needs a break too. Shiloh takes his advice to go touch some grass, and it's a good thing he did because upon stepping outside, he ends up meeting his super cute boyfriend, Kai. Oh, they're so precious! I don't know all of Kai's story yet, so this will be quick. Kai is a lizard person, he's a skater and a rollerblader, and he's also deaf. I never pictured Kai talking, so I feel like he was trying to tell me something. I don't know if this sounds cuckoo, but I feel like my characters talk to me sometimes. Let me know if your characters do the same to you, so I don't feel alone in this. Anyways, their relationship is really healthy. They've never had any problem communicating with each other because Shiloh's around like 300 years old, give or take. He's had a lot of free time to learn all sorts of stuff, so if you didn't know sign language, it'd be like, what? Well, actually, all of the vampire siblings know sign language except for one of them. You'll find out who it is later. Since Kai is a lizard person, he's able to regenerate, so this puts Shiloh a bit more at ease because if at any point he gets triggered and ends up hurting Kai, he's able to come back from that. There's still a lot of fear though, especially at the start of their relationship, but they get through it because Kai makes him feel really safe. Not only because of his abilities, but because of his easygoing and fun personality. Okay, now it's time for me to indulge just a little more. Let me show you some drawings I did of an AU. That stands for Alternate Universe. In this AU, Shiloh is a workaholic osteologist. That's the study of bones. And Kai is his secretary. Yeah, they have a little office fling. And then there's this drawing, which took forever because I didn't have the slightest clue how digital painting worked. But I'm gonna get better. Or should I say, we're gonna get better. Because I want to do a video about stunning value soon since I've heard that helps with digital painting. I'm so proud of this piece, and actually the two digital paintings I'm most proud of are of Shiloh. So I don't know, maybe he's my good luck charm. Anyways, that pretty much sums up Shiloh and a little bit of Kai. For now. I really hope you enjoyed my rambling and my characters. I hope that it makes you want to share your OCs as well. Maybe it's a bit ballsy of me to do an OC vid this soon, but I think artists should make them sooner. That way your audience knows the backstory of who you're drawing and they can follow along and be excited with you. That's just me though, because I know it can be nerve-wracking to show off your babies to someone else since they're a pretty personal thing, I'd say. But we need more of it. Come on, artists, rise up. up. I'm sick of everyone keeping their OC lore to themselves. I wanna know. I promise you, I do. Tell me their insanely traumatic backstories, because an OC isn't an OC until you've put them through intense suffering. Am I right, ladies? No, but really, feel free to go ham in the comments. Tell me random information about your characters, and don't worry about it being cringe. This is a safe space.
Like shaming someone for talking about something that they really enjoy and hold dear to their heart? Yeah. That could never be me.
Okay, I'm out of here, beautiful people. Until next time!